Hi guys, so today's the 28th of March. What a day today has been. I tell you something, I've sat and I have cried loads today. I've got Minnie on my lap. Hey, hey, excuse me. Hey, looking the wrong way, you donut. This way. Hey, Min, say hello. No? She's not with it at all. She's like me. She's like deprived of sleep, tired. There we go. Men. And there's Gizmo. He's like, get the camera out of my face. I really hate camera. I'm looking away, not looking back. See, he hates a camera. Hates it. I have to trick him sometimes. He's like, you bitch, I hate you. There's Min. So my old man and my old lady. There we are, we're in the old fogey's corner. Oh dear. I tell you, I've sobbed loads today. Absolutely loads. My mental health has like taken the biggest nosedive possible. I never thought the end of week 4 and I'd be still sitting no further forward to when we started this mess of a kitchen and all the adaptions. It's shit. It's shit. That's an understatement. I got woken up this morning. I woke up a few times. I woke up at 3:15. I thought definitely not. I went back to sleep. I then woke up at 6. I still thought definitely not. Then I soon drifted back off. I thought I'll have half hour and then I'll get up then. Got hiccups now. And then the door buzzer went, the front door, the outside door, it buzzes. It sounds like Simon Cowell's buzzer, you know, on the Britain's Got Talent when they do that. It's awful sound. It's really horrible. It's not a nice doorbell at all. And the workmen, when they are actually here, are like, what the fuck's that? And I'm like, it's a doorbell. Yeah. So, can you move your head a little bit? That's better. So, yeah. Anyway, this plumber came in and the cats were all over the place. I thought, do you know what? I've given up now with shutting them all in, unless it's something that's a mucky job, like, you know, when they start doing more different things like the electricians and things. And I thought it could be DPD because I have got a few things on order. I've got paint coming. I've ordered 2 tins of paint. They're coming tomorrow between 7 and 12. I'm like, good God, can you come any earlier? You watch, I'll come at 7. Yeah, 7 o'clock. I've got tins of paint coming. I'm like, fuck's sake. Palmer Violet, absolutely gorgeous colour, proper lilac. And then I've got some really nice, very bright, very gorgeous. It looks like brick wallpaper with like graffiti, like paint splashes basically. It's on B&Q's website and I forget the name, it begins with M. But it's an online only range and it's just gorgeous. I was like, oh my God. So it's got like lilac in there, it's got orange in there, there's red in there, there's yellow in there, you know, and it's just fab. It's just very like in your face. My son's like, oh my God. And when he saw the lilac colour that's coming, he's like, oh my God, it might as well be pink. And I'm like, do you know what? I said, when you get your own home, I said, then you can choose your own colours. And you can have it exactly how you want. If you want it black all over and everything, you can have it all white all over. I said, whatever. It's your home then, your choice. You know, I've waited many, many years to be able to enjoy having things the way I want them. And this is how it's going to be. So anyway, yeah, I've got paint coming. I've got 2 tins of paint. So I don't need a lot. I just wanted to make sure that I had enough. But yeah, anyway, sorry that I'm going completely off tangent now. She's probably rolling her eyes. Fucking hell, not again. She's always going off on a tangent. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I had the door go at 8 o'clock, 8:30 rather, and it was the plumber. He came in. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, he came in and he had a look, and he was like, "Oh," looking at around and the fact that there's things just not finished or half finished. Or came in the kitchen. He says, "Oh, I've come to sort out your radiators." Well, the radiator in the kitchen is detached from the wall. There is pipe work that needs to be put in, and it needs to be found a home for it to live in. There isn't much of a home left for it to go. And then when I got the measurement of the fridge freezer that I'm having, that's been paid for since November, it's hard to imagine it all on that wall. But as I said because the chap, he looked and he says, if it goes here, the radiator where it's been assigned to go, then your upright fridge freezer, the one that's already there, that's my son's, you won't be able to open the doors fully. And you won't be able to open the drawers fully. So you're going to have issues. And your tall fridge, he says your tall freezer that's there, if you switch them around, which you wouldn't be able to for the same reason. But also the tall freezer has got, which is the lowest one that I bought, because so I could reach, and the top shelf I do struggle with. Minnie's like, "Lend me your ears," or disappear. Yeah, they've decided, the joiner, there was a spare cupboard that was left, and he decided to stick it above my upright freezer. And I thought, I don't know if that's a good idea, it being there, or a bad idea, but my son's tall, so it's like he can have that for all his protein powders, his cereals, all his bits and pieces, and there he can have his own man cupboard, and he was really happy. And then there's my fridge freezer that's going to go in. The under-counter fridge is not going to be around for much longer. And that's the type of thing I sort of emphasised to the chap. And he was like, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Well, even if in this area of the kitchen," because there was originally the plan for the food prep area to be over in the far end of the kitchen. And I said, even if that was there instead of instead of my new fridge freezer that hypothetically isn't quite there yet, I said, the width of that is still, no, don't start tapping me. Oh, cat. Mr. Gizmo is going through his phase of like wanting to tap me, fuss me. He's very, very clingy. It's why I think he's got dementia. He's worse than normal. He's been like it for a while. But yeah, I said, even if, the fridge freezer was over sort of towards the far end, the beginning of the kitchen where the door frame is, next to the cooker area, then, the food prep area is still going to take up X amount of space. So anyway, he then was like, right, so no problem. And then he looked into, so he phoned up the boss. The boss was like, he didn't answer his phone at first. And I thought, that's pretty normal for you. He doesn't answer his phone very often. He's sort of one of them that he sort of ignores it. But yeah, he said when he did phone the plumber back, that I love the plumber. He was like, oh, I'm here at such and such an address, because I'm obviously not going to give my location out. Nice lady in the wheelchair. And I was like, I like you. He says the radiator isn't going to fit in that space in the kitchen, and he said, well, put in a smaller radiator. And he said, well, there's a decent sized kitchen, you know, the space needs an adequate sized radiator, or there's going to have problems there. And yeah, it was like, we'll sort of have to pass it on to the person that wrote out the plans, in other words, the OT that came out here. Then he looked at the wet room door, and he says to me, because he says that his ex-wife is disabled, and he says, why haven't they put you handles on your bathroom door? And I was like, you ask me. I'm expected to manage. So anyway, he says, well, and I said, the lock as well is rubbish. It's meant for somebody that's got, you know, no hand issues. But for me, I really struggle. And I nearly locked myself in and couldn't open the door again the last time I used that to try it out. And he says, oh, they ought to fit you something different. And then he looked at the radiator and he says, oh, I've got to move it along. And he says, well, if I move it along, then you're gonna bang your legs and feet. You're gonna catch it as you're coming out of the room. And I said, yeah. So we took photographs. He got me to do like a bit of a, like those Crime Watch programs, the reconstruction thing. He says, now really ham it up, you know, of where you catch yourself. And I thought, there's no problem there, because it's going to hurt when I catch the wall. Oh, in slow motion. So yeah, so he took lots of pictures, and he says, this isn't going to work. He says, you'd be better off with a slide, like the door that what you've got in the kitchen, where it folds up like a bifold door. You'd be better off with that. And he says, oh, I'm going to make that suggestion to them and to my boss, because he's one of these and that sort of isn't working for them. He works for someone else, and they've dragged him in because they've got no one else to do it. And then he looked at the kitchen taps, and he needs some super long ones. He says, well, I'll go and get those for you. And he rung up the boss. Again, no answer. Then the boss rung him back, and he says, oh, issue with the radiator out in the hallway. Need to sort the door frame out. Because it's the same door frame. It would work to put on the bifold door. And anyway, of course, it was sort of like, sorry, it's going a bit darker now, and I can't quite get to the switch just yet to switch it on, but I'll hurry this video up before we're sat in darkness. So yeah, I am here, honestly. So yeah, anyway, he says, oh, I'll get these taps done for it, and then you know, I'll go and get them from wherever it was that he's got to go to, and I'll come back and sort them out for her. And so anyway, off he went, off his phone, and we had a bit of a chit chat, and I asked him about the waste pipe that's under the sink, because I need a twin for the washing machine and dishwasher. And I said, I don't know what I'm looking for to buy, and I've gone online and there's a few different things that it throws up, and it's like, knowing me, if there's a 50-50, I'll get the wrong one anyway. And he says, oh, he says, I might have one of them on the van. He says, I tell you what, he says, if I've got one when I come back, he says, I'll throw it, I'll just put it on for you. He says, I'll do it here for nothing as a goodwill gesture. And I says, oh, thank you ever so much. And he was really pleasant, and he sort of, because he's got someone disabled, that he understands how, you know, things affect people on a day-to-day basis, and he was really nice. Anyway, off he went. This was about, I don't know, about 9:30, something like that. And yeah, so anyway, off he went. Then it got to midday, and I thought, where the bloody hell is he? Surely he'd be back by now, even if he'd had a little bit of a break and whatnot, you know, or if he's stopped off or he's got a job to do first. So I rang the boss up, got no answer, and I thought, yeah, you must have my number now stored in your phone, and you must be thinking, oh, it's her, fuck off, kind of thing. And then he rang me back, and he was like, hello. And I thought, you clearly don't know who you clearly haven't got my phone stored in your phone. And I said, oh, it's me again. And I was like, you know, and he's like, all right. The professionalism suddenly goes, right, oh, hello, type of thing. And then I said that, I said, the plumber that was here, I said, where is he? Because he went hours ago to go and get me these taps. Is he not coming back? And he says, oh, I don't know. I thought he was with you. I'm not sure. And I thought, yeah, I bet you sit at home and I bet in the bathroom mirror, I bet you must practice all these things, you know. And it just rolls off your tongue now, naturally, doesn't it? You know, all the bullshit that comes. You must have like it just rolls off the tongue. You don't even think about it anymore. Isn't he there? And you know full well he's not there. He's probably sent him on another job. Well, he would have done. And, oh, leave that. We'll sort that out. You can go and do this instead. And I thought, you bastard. So, yeah. He says, I'll go and chase it up and I'll give you a call back. And, of course, I heard nothing. Nothing. So I'm just absolutely now fed up. I said to this Craig, when I was on the phone to him, I said, can I mention to you the wet room door? I said, I'm finding that absolutely useless because I can't use the lock. It's no good for my hands. And there's no handle either. I want a handle either side for if they're able to pull and push, because you're getting finger marks all over the wood. It's just disgusting. And he says, oh, we don't do that. And it's like, I'm starting to see a pattern here of where they do. It's like someone making a car and not putting the seats in and the steering wheel, you know. There you go. And it just takes the piss, and I'm sick to the back teeth of it. They put a door on, but they don't put any hinges on, you know, or no, not hinges, the handles and stuff. I mean, I've just been looking online at long handle taps, and you can get a pair for 30 quid. And there's an odd jobby that is going to come, a handyman that's going to come next Friday, because I want to see what kind of price he's going to charge me, because I've got a shower rail that I want putting up, and the one that I've got taking down, because I've got like a U-shaped one coming, rather than one that goes straight across, so it's not going into the sink. And oh, it's a pain because you get all the shower curtains over the sink, and you know, it's just a bloody nuisance. And when I need to wash at the sink and that, and you know, doing something with my care lady, like her washing my hair and stuff, it's just an obstacle in the way. So I'm going to get him to put me that up, and then I'll leave it for now with the taps, but I can see me getting them myself and getting them fitted and be like, do you know what? I bought them myself. And it's like I want to get a handle for the doors. I do. I just want to get a handle and stick it on the outside and the inside of that wet room door. But at the minute, until they're finished, it's like it's all their responsibility. So there are certain things at the minute that I am not gonna do. But I am so frustrated, it's unreal. You know, they're just cowboys, they're just they're like these Rogue Traeger programs where they, I mean, we're at the end now of week 4. Tomorrow I've got AO.com arriving. I've never ordered from them before. I've always ordered off Curry's or, you know, the shop that I've got my fridge freezer at. I'm going to wind this up because I can see as a silhouette of me now in the thing. You can't see my features anymore. Not that you want to see them, but hey. But yeah, they're dropping off the hob. I said, is it the hob and the oven bit? No, just the hob. So I'm hoping that she's ordered both parts. So that's another one of where they could turn up super early. But as soon as I've got the paint possibly turning up at 7 in the morning, I'll be like, fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, you know, this is hard. But I'm looking at the electrics and it's like, I'm hoping that it's ready for them to be able to fit the hob part in. That there's not going to be a problem. I mean, I'm hoping that the dimensions are right of the dimensions are right of, you know, for the hob, because it just drops in the top of the work counter. But we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So, yeah, I shall keep you posted. I'll let you know what goes on. Another episode in this stupid saga. I'm so pissed off. I've been really, really down today because I don't go out. I made an appointment for my jabs with my health issues at the doctor's. And it's like I should be making them for the 10th. And instead it's like I can't because I don't think they're going to be ready. So I've got to go on the 15th to the doctor's. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I did think that by now, by Easter, it'd be ready. Everything will be done. Is it? Heck. It's just stupid. Right, anyway. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Tra.